The Joe Rogan Experience.
After missing weight by 10 pounds, and then they told me he would never fight at 185 again if I took the fight. 170 again if I took the fight. So he lost to me, missed weight, still got the tough coaching job, and on top of that, he was going to get a title shot had he beaten me.
But why do you? So you again, it comes to this chip on your shoulder thing. You feel like everybody's against you.
No,
you do a little.
I don't. I know you want me to though.
No, you do. This is what you're saying. It's the things that you're saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I know the deck of cards I got, and I know how to play these deck of cards.
Well, what do you think the deck of cards is?
The deck of cards is going to come a moment where I'm a superstar. And when I get to that moment, I have more leverage. At this time, I'm not at the point where Conor McGregor's at. So if I gotta fight the #1 contender, and I can't vouch out to fight a George St. Pierre or Bisping or a Conor or Nate at this moment, I'm gonna keep whooping ass until I get to that point.
Well, after George is beaten right now, George is in an amazing position, right?
Yeah.
George beats Bisping. If he wanted to, and he dropped the title, but if he wanted to come back and fight you for the welterweight title, that's a legitimate super fight right there. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
You think
particularly
George
coming
me?
Off of his big fight? You don't think he does? Look, you tell me.
You think George want to fight
me?
me?
Look at your face.
George had the chance. George had the chance to fight me before Bisping. He chose to fight Bisping.
Well, maybe he felt like that was a better fight for him to come back with.
It was definitely a better fight because if he would have came back against me looking like that, George would have been right back in retirement. He did not look great. Bisping did not look great. One thing that helped George in that fight, his experience. He loosened up. He was a little uptight. You know, he hadn't been in the octagon, 4 years almost?
A little over 2. Yeah, a little over 3, right?
It was more than that,
Was
right?
it 4?
It was almost 4. It wasn't quite 4. It was almost 4. Because I fought November. UFC. It was the 25th anniversary.
No, I think you're right. I think it was like 4.
Because I fought Koscheck on that card.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that's a long-ass time.
So for him to not fight that long, I don't care how much you train. Your ass ain't in a fight. You don't have a training camp. Focus on a person. It's tough. So when he came back, I saw the experience kick in. He relaxed a little bit. That's when he landed a left hook. Mm-hmm. Had he not relaxed, I mean, who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It was it was interesting because Bisping was tight, and I expected him to be looser.
Bisping doesn't have the. I mean, he's not guys out, but he's not a guy that you're thinking of like a Rumble or Ngannou or myself or somebody.
A one-shot
guy. Or Stevens, Jeremy Stevens, somebody that's going to touch you and it's over with. So with that said, he's a person that's going to be volume. He's going to be in your face, great conditioning. He's very durable, and George had to make that adjustment. He said, all right, I'm going to be an athlete on this guy. Mm-hmm. Let me fake him out. Let me get him thinking about the shot. I took him down twice. Let me get him thinking about it. Level change, come up left hook. Very smart move. And that's something that the experience of being a champion allowed him to do.
Well, there was some talk about him fighting Conor, but I didn't hear any of that from the official people.
Yeah.
And him fighting Conor at 170 pounds would have been fascinating. It's in terms of it's a terrible matchup for Conor.
Yeah.
In terms of just physicality.
But once again, risk and reward. What happens if you lose to the greatest welterweight of all time?
Yeah.
People gonna torture him about it?
Yeah, but Conor doesn't want to lose another fight right now. This is not a good time, especially in his division. There's so much talent. Right now, at 155
you think he want to see Khabib right now?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to see.
You think he?
Tony? What about Tony?
I mean, Tony's if I was Conor, which I'm not, if I had to pick the fight, they both are going to be. I mean, Khabib might be a bigger draw because you got a huge 140-some million people in Russia. Might be a bigger draw, but they both are very annoying fights.
Very dangerous fights.
Dangerous. Tony Ferguson, it don't take much for him to find a way to get around your neck and choke you. He
doesn't get tired.
He doesn't get tired. He looks like he's losing fights, and he don't care. His striking is very awkward. He can really do what Nate Diaz did to Conor.
Yeah.
And Nate Diaz, baffled him like, damn, I hit you with everything. You still around. Then Conor went for the damn shot. The same thing's going to happen if you do that to Tony. Tony's going to submit him.
Here's my prediction. My prediction, Conor doesn't fight for a while.
You watch those two fight.
They strip him. They strip Conor.
He comes fight me.
Habib and Tony fight for the world title. For you, you're in a situation. I don't think either one of those guys are in the cards right now for you. But for you, who do you see at 170? Well, what's your dream?
You know what? To be honest, is my dream was to really. I wanted to fight George, and
that's still possible.
I feel like if I fought George, I can legitimately say I'm the best welterweight of all time if I beat him.
It's still possible. George hasn't retired.
Has
he said anything about you?
He asked one time on a Fox Q&A where he was gonna like, so Tyron, if you fought, what would be your game plan? You know, if you fought us, but they got X'd out because they didn't want to get all the fans pumped up that we were fighting.
Why wouldn't they? Do you think they're plotting against you? I see it in your face.
Joe, he is not going to do that to me. I am too bright, mother. You're not going. You want me to be like the people who are against me.
Listen, I want you to just be focused.
You want me to be real?
Yeah, sure.
You want me to be real?
Sure.
Do I think that the people want to see me lose? No, I don't think they want to see me lose. Do I think that sometimes I'm a pain in the ass? Yeah, I am. But in business, at one point in any business, does not the person that's doing the business not want their best interest. So if I'm an athlete and I'm looking out for my best interest and I'm trying to put myself in a position where, you know, I can fight, become a legend, become a Hall of Famer, I should do that. If I want to be paid appropriately, I should do that.